Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Pulse. Janine and Richard and I are all here together. We're really excited. We're just going to talk about a plethora of things today. We're excited to get into what's going on right now energetically. So, how are you guys doing?
Doing good.
Good.
Yeah.
What do you guys
I'm
want to
doing
talk
great as
about?
well. Thank
Oh,
you.
good.
Thank you. Yes, me too.
Okay, good. So maybe we should do frequency first. We were going to talk about frequency and remembering versus
Mm.
having to go to college. And this
Oh
was
my.
Richard's idea. So I would love for Richard to start on this one.
Well, thank you, honey, my beautiful sister. And before we start, Janine, my darling, it is such an honor to finally meet you. You do know we've spoken just ahead of this video that I actually learned to read tarot by watching your videos at the time. You were sending Raven's videos and with Ashley, and I followed all of your beautiful adventures. And I so resonated as a fellow Taurian, Taurus, the zodiac sign. And I saw you as a beautiful, divine, feminine Taurus. And I just like saw the true, the integrity into your speaking, your voice, and I totally channeled in. Now, I've always been a mystic, but I had like a tarot deck for a year, 2 years. But then I started binge watching your videos. I was like such like a Janine head, like, yay, Janine, like. And this is what happened. Me being so focused, so present in the way you were shuffling the cards that I'd actually go grab my deck, put you on still pause, and then do my layout, then unpause you, and I'd compared, and we'd have like an accurate, not the same cards necessarily, but the end game message was the same.
Wow.
And so I thank you for this because you have shaped me with your honorability, your dedication, you as a beautiful, like, warrior of truth. I highly respect you and I thank you for that. And this, my beauties, beautiful golden family, is a subject that I'd like to start off with. Because, see, there was a time where we'd have to go to school, learn, read, study, memorize. But what I got in my meditation yesterday morning on this subject is I was so looking forward to meeting Janine for the very first time. And I'm focusing on this, because I never read a book. I hate reading. I just keep rereading the same paragraph and I'm not listening to myself, right? And like how can I bring something to the table today with my our two sisters? And so, as opposed to having a subject, how about a frequency by my own experience? I never read a book. I was just really focused, whether it be on Janine for the tarot, whether it be with honey to get to know that what a higher self was, or whether it be with the crystal ball with tarot by the beautiful Isabella. See, all three times, all I did was focus and I put myself in this now moment. Now, for many of us, we can see auras around the body, the DNA, the human vessel. And we all know those who can see, it's not by flexing muscle or squinting or trying too hard. That's not how you see an aura. How you actually see an aura is that you're 1,000% in the now moment, focused on the person or the subject in front of you. You relax, and then the aura will start with a beautiful white shimmering, and then colors will and grow and grow. And I think, Femi, this might be indeed the new day, the new dawn of tapping into our clairs. We are all gifted. And every time that I look, and I think you two sisters are going to agree, that we have turned crystalline. Our DNA strands are back online. Atlas is here right now. He's like winking. Do you feel him, honey? He's
Yeah.
liking the subject. Yeah, I
It's
can
like,
feel him. Yeah, like a cheerleader. Go, go, Richard, go. Um, and this is what it is. But many of us who are crystalline template DNA and no longer carbon based DNA. We all have our gifts in, but we don't know they're there. So we don't know how to activate them. We don't know what button to push. So this is what I want to bring in as a frequency. Yes, studying could be good, but I feel that it's a new day, a new age right now where all the information is within. So instead of looking outside of ourselves for an answer, like for example, looking for God outside or looking outside, let's come back into the singularity within that because the answer is all there. And if we're able to just relax, be present, mindful in that one moment without distraction, the answer is there. And I think this is how our gifts come on. By focusing on one with a gift, we tap into the gift, get the download, especially if you are authentic, genuine, and you work for love, a light, and a restored golden era, Mother Earth. The end.
love it.
I do ramble. I'm so sorry.
No, it's good.
I
So what do you think about that, Janine?
Yeah, it sounds like in school myself, I never took a pencil. I didn't enjoy reading. I some that then I did get into a period of time when I did read, but it was always like inspirational books, other than Bram Stoker's Dracula, which scared the you know what out of me. And then I never picked up books like that again because it was like I was in that world, and so I have to be very careful what I do read. But I read like yeah, lots of David Daida work and like that, and then I stopped reading again. So I feel like being present, like Richard said, is really the magical way to handle things like being forced to be at school. I would just assume, or so I would like get what I needed from what the person was saying, the teacher, and then the rest was just okay. It's going in one ear and out the other. I intuitively knew not to pick up certain things. Like I would block certain things. Okay. A lot of the math they were teaching, I'm blocking it. I was blocking it. And I was socially really able, thank goodness. So I could schmooze my way through school, like being congenial. I wasn't a troublemaker. And I drew pictures of the teachers in really like I would exaggerate their good looks for real. And I would give them portraits of themselves and things. And I just remember just being really well liked, thank goodness. And I was good at, yeah, just getting by and keeping under the radar enough so they didn't notice that I was never handing in any homework. And I was absolutely, I'd participate a lot verbally if it was interesting. So being present again, like what Richard said, but I would just pick up on intuitively what I needed and leave the rest because it was like I just knew I wasn't going to use that stuff.
Yeah. I used to read fantasy and dragon stuff and all that kind of stuff. Like my whole childhood was that. And I went to my cousins and I brought a couple of books with me and they were so upset. They were very religious. They had gotten into my bag and asked me what was I doing with these books, which I was really torqued about. So I actually told them I get to read whatever I want. You don't get to tell me. Um, but a lot of the things that for me in school, it was just cram and forget. So I did very well in school, but I never remembered anything that I did as soon as I turned in the paper. And I never paid any attention until the night before. So I don't think anything that we've learned in school has been really valuable for life. at this point, unless you were one of the kids who actually had home ec, or you had, some of those classes that actually taught you something like wood shop and home ec. They don't teach kids how to do anything anymore except for things that don't really matter because the history's false. The math really could be much easier, and I don't think it's completely correct.
No.
And it just goes on, and English is spelling. So there's a lot of things that we're going to forget. And if you didn't do good in school, I definitely wouldn't feel bad about it. No. Yeah. So I'm excited for people to start to focus and bring their gifts in
Yeah.
because there's so many gifts, and I do see them happening quite a bit more. And I think I don't know about you guys, but like I've had I wake up in the morning and there's lots of puffiness, and it's like, what's draining from my head? What's going on up here? And these glands, there's
Mhm.
something draining. So I've definitely been noticing that. And I think our pituitary is upgrading. So that's fun. I love that. What do you guys want to bring up next? Atlas?
Atlas. Yeah, I think we need to discuss Atlas. I
Yeah,
want to hear
too.
Richard's take on it. Honey and
Yes.
I, we've been over it a little bit anyway, dabbled in it. Richard, how are you feeling about what's going on with, what is it? Is it an entity? Is it a craft? Is it both? What's your take on it?
Oh, you're so beautiful, Janine. Thank you for your question. I'm going to tell you that I've done quite a few videos on Atlas, and I've also been in communication. So to me, Atlas is not one thing. It's not like one size fits all. It's not a copy paste. I get that it's an organic ship. It's alive.
Mm.
Okay, so it might seem to some who will witness it at first to be very metallic or very like ship based, but no, I see it as extremely organic. I see there's life within it. I see that it's also a being resurfing, coming back home like a father kind of energy. In it, there's a memory stored from long ago, pre-Atlantis, Lemurian, like that had like taken off a bit like Noah's Ark, if you want that concept, just to give you all a visual. Like we're gonna see like seeds or memory and all that, and now it's a returning back home. Now, also, whether it be like a being, because it is a being, it's also a ship, but within the ship, I saw different levels on it. So it would be like the biggest plaza or center that you can go on. And I saw like different beings. Yes, I like to say like off-world beings, like on different levels, and then on each level, like like level one, level two, level three, I'd have like a half a river of plasma water in between all of them. I know what I sound like, but this is what I've seen, and now it's resonating still. Honey, are you resonating to this as well?
Yeah, because
Yes.
everything's made of plasma.
Yeah.
Plasma, and it was in between to protect whether it be different species or seedlings or information or codes. It was actually of pure beauty. But then, Janine, within that, I saw several more ships. Like, it's not just one ship, it's as if it could detach itself like Legos. It's of absolute psychedelic beauty. It is not malevolent. It is of absolute benevolence. And it is here working hand in hand with the restored rebirth of our beautiful Mother Gaia. The rise of the phoenix, like everything. We are at the time of the Great Awakening. It is so beautiful, potent, strong. Like, I see nothing nefarious about Atlas. And I also, at one point, did a bit of a channeling. Now, when I channel, nothing comes within me. I channel higher selves, and my higher self brings me the visual, the information. And it looks a bit, Janine, like, when you were a kid and you had a pad and you do a drawing on each page, and then you did that and you saw it like dance or move. This is how it would come to me, like the visuals. And I saw a captain, and it looked very much like Star Trek. So I
Oh.
saw a base. I saw a very handsome, youthful, blonde looking captain with the hair to the side. And he had two beautiful women in back of him, but they were not of our color. One was silver and one was purple. And they
Mm.
felt sentient, but part of the ship. This is why I'm coming back full circle that the ship is organic. So I
Mm.
saw them as beautiful, beautiful women, as he was so handsome, but they were of different colors. And I felt like, oh wow, like you have like information in you to like drive this ship, this being. You got like memories stored within you. And like I love everything about Atlas, and I call it Atlas 31 because that's how it came to me. Like,
Mm.
31. Like I know it's Three Eye Atlas, but not for Richard. That's how I feel. Yeah.
Cool.
Do you
That's a
like
good,
that?
it's a good visual. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
I feel like I can see what you're saying. I could see what you're saying.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful. There's
Wow.
nothing to fear. It's
Yeah.
not a comet. Come on
Well,
now.
it's definitely not a comet.
Come on now.
We can all agree to that.
And there's
Yeah.
also with Swan, like around Swan, the other one that is there. It's all about like the rising phoenix. We are in the golden age. It's so beautiful. Do you know how lucky we are to be alive and twitching in
Yeah.
these days?
Yeah. I do think it's no matter what, how it visually comes to, and I think it'll come differently maybe to other, everyone will see it a different way depending on their sort of levels of intake and how much they're willing to see and like that. But I feel like regardless how it comes or appears to a person, it's going to, we're definitely all going to be different after upgraded. It's already happening. And I feel like it's rising up the consciousness of the human race to understand like it's time to know beyond the little matrix that the demonics tried to keep us in. It's a way bigger thing going on, and we're part of it, and we're a big magical part of it. And I feel like it's time to kick that old sort of very limiting vision of what the world can be. And yeah, and Three Eye Atlas is a part of that. That's, I can feel that.
Beautifully said.
Mm.
I love that. Yeah, it's
Me
totally
too.
true.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Atlas the being is saying really start to have fun with it versus being
Mm.
worried about it.
Mm.
He really wants us to start to enjoy ourselves because he's having fun.
Mm.
So start playing with it, start focusing and learning and playing with different things, and that'll activate the gifts that we have
Mhm.
because there's so many. And he's bringing back the original blueprint, so the being is bringing back the original codes, but the ship, I mean, that could be him as well. Like that could be him in an incarnation piloting that ship,
Mm.
and he really likes that idea. So it's
I can
probably,
hear him too, but should
yeah.
we do cards?
Yeah, why don't you guys do cards? Is he incarnated on the ship? And also his big part of him is sending codes out?
Okay, just for fun, I'm going to ask both of you mentioned a he involved. Are
Mhm.
you picking up it's definitely a masculine energy entity?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I forget what the question was. I'm just going like what Honey said. What was the question?
Is he actually incarnated on the ship as
Ah,
the
okay.
captain? And then also, is he a huge being that's sending us codes?
Hmm. Are we holding them up yet?
Go for it, Janine.
So the first one I got was this one here, Major Arcanas, three of them in a row. So I think a lot of what you're saying is true, but I think I got more input here than that. Okay, so in the past, somehow, there was some kind of focus energetically and like that created Atlas to make its way here whenever it did make its way. And it was a sad time for humanity, maybe at the time it set off to come here, which a lot of people are saying was quite a while ago. And I know timelines don't always work the way we believe they do. So, you know, put that wherever that fits for you in your imagination. Okay. And it took a really long time to get here. And they've been at like, maybe it's what it means is they've been sending their frequency for a really long time, preparing us. So we go through all the stages where humanity's going through to be ready to witness this, because I don't think even 20 years ago we would have been ready. Okay, and maybe not even 10 years ago. And this card in the middle, so this is how the general population will see it. So there's going to be a lot of misunderstanding and like, yeah, like they're going to see it maybe even in a fearful way.
Hmm.
Lots of people will talk about it as a fearful thing or experience or even scary. And I do believe that they're bringing energetically. And I feel like if we approach it properly, and I always got that with the cards, you need to really have a kind of an empty curiosity, more like less, don't assume anything with it. And it does have a very different approach to things. So you don't don't assume how to approach it exactly. Just stay with openness and curiosity, but also boundaries intact. I think that would be just a good idea as humans. But this card does tell me that it is thinking it like it's evolved to a place that it's very self-loving. So it's not a energy entity that has any issues with its own self. It's more
Hmm.
curious about us. So it's very evolved. Okay. And that could be interesting for a lot of people when they meet that energy if they're not ready and they haven't done that work inside themselves. And it's just there's a discerning energy to it. It does its own self have good boundaries. Okay. So if it's approached, I think, with the wrong energy, it's you'll meet big boundaries with it, or you won't even be able
Hmm.
to, like, it'll block you. Okay, so it's got its own mechanisms, and it's literally for so open to people that are willing to be curious enough and know themselves enough to look at it from an objective point of view and maybe even learn something about themselves. So it's a big learning experience. It even coming this close to Earth, it feels like it's going to upgrade us, whether we like it or not, but in particular people that are really consciously ready and open to the upgrades.
Mm. I love
Beautiful.
I love that. It's like in different words what we've been talking about for a
Yeah.
long time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of healing going on, and he's pushing it all to the surface. And we can see a lot of people going kind of out of whack right now or
Oh,
getting
yes.
sick. Yeah. And it's because they have to heal something inside themselves in order to receive the information from him.
And you gotta heal the inner child, babies.
Yeah.
Okay, that's an important higher self. Yes, yes, yes. But Honey and I did a workshop on this. It's a very important. The inner child wants to play. And like you said earlier on, Honey, my beloved sister, you know, like he's having fun, Atlas. Who has fun? A child that never got, like, you know, told, like, stop having fun, stop dreaming. You're
Yeah.
crazy. You're dreaming. Out the window with that nonsense. We bring it back online. Dream, dance, sing, be stupid, be silly, dance around naked, scream in your cat's face while you're dancing with love. It's all fun, right?
What did you get,
Yeah.
Richard?
Okay,
Yeah, what
so
did you
yes.
get?
So, although I did learn from you, Janine, like how to read the cards, I do my spread differently because I've never liked the rules, and so I created my
Good.
own way. So I
Good.
do 3 rows. So the
Okay.
first row is the past, second row is the now moment, and then the third row is the future. So, in regards to the past with Atlas, I got the Five of Wands. So, this is in a time of great outer warring where you can't really build. Everyone is stepping, punching each other in the face, walking on their feet. You cannot build with this. It's chaos. So, okay, then I do have the Nine of Cups. So, this is all wishes granted and manifested. We are happy emotionally. So, in a time of chaos, what I can say is that Atlas stored a lot of great blueprints here, but it was stuck. Okay, so like you say, Janine, like at a crossroad, like you're blocked, you're blind, right, with the information. So, there was in the past with Atlas, before Atlas had to leave, like I like to say, Noah's Ark, just to give you, Femi, a visual so you can wrap your head around it. There was outer warring, they held emotional blueprints, but everything was blocked here in the simulation, okay? In the now moment, Janine, Honey, Golden Femi, we have the moon. Secrets, illusions, smoke and mirrors, passing or death, but also the moon is a it's a feminine energy, but we're talking about Atlas right now, who's very masculine. That could be Swan right there too. But we're into the two pillars right there, the Janus. So all opposition, and those pillars is about the crossover, leaving the avatar, but they are returning here. So that's what the moon is. Secrets that are coming back online. And I say this, Janine, because you also got her, but now she's my heartbeat, having strict boundaries with truth and justice. Yes, my precious, come to me. But I don't like what you say. It's off with your head, bitch. Right kind of energy. And they are off-world energy, the hermit coming out of a dark night of a soul from a long journey, bringing us the aha moment that you had on your hand, man, the enlightenment. For the future, golden, glorious family. We got the Alpha, the Ace of Wands, so they are here to restore a lot of passion. It's full of integrity. There's your Queen of Cups right there, because when they had left on your vision, this is it. They're bringing fire over the water here to restore all that sadness of when they had to leave because, well, the whole simulation was at a cross point. And it's the death of the old for the rebirth of the new. Let's celebrate the white rose and watch that beautiful golden sun rising as in a golden restored Republic Gaia. The end.
But
Was it good?
I like
yeah,
it. Yeah.
yeah,
Good.
it's really good. It's
Hmm.
really fun. And I think that's really what he's asking us to do is have fun. Um, and the ETs are asking us to have fun
Yes.
too. They don't want us to be freaked out about them. I think they're testing our nervous system all the time too. Like there's people that are having beings show up in their pictures. Like there was a lady that just had her wedding pictures taken and there were beings in the back. And she freaked out and then put it all over TikTok. So those
Yeah.
kind of things are happening now. We're starting to see things, even if
Mm.
it's just through the camera. But a lot of people are starting to see beings. And I get sent things all the time. I'm sure you do too, you guys both, but
Yes. All
really
the time,
interesting things.
especially with clouds.
Yeah.
Like cloud
Mm.
pictures
Yeah.
and I have
Yeah.
the special inner eye, Janine. Like I can look at a cloud and I can see absolutely the shape of the phoenix or the dragon, or I'm sure, but what we all do, right? I mean, we're the trinity here of sight.
You'd
Yeah.
be a good coffee ground reader. What tea
I'm gonna.
leaf and coffee ground readers, they have to really have that sight. You'd be good at it. You should look into it. Yeah.
Well,
He has lots of
challenge
coffee grounds.
accepted. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it.
That's
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's so fun. Yeah, I feel like Atlas is satisfied with what came out, so he's pretty happy. And not to be afraid of him. Like he's here to help the world. His statue, he's holding the world up,
Mm.
Like
you
this
know?
now, like he's
Yeah.
not like crouching, he's
Yeah. It's
standing.
he's
Yeah.
holding it up. So he's here to help.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
And
love him.
yeah, he's great. Really is great. So, what about we want to talk about mythical beings a little bit. So, I want Janine to go first.
Well, there are a lot of mythical beings here on Haida Gwaii. There's one out in the waters that circles around Haida Gwaii. Um, I'm just trying to remember the name of it. It's like it's a part dog and fish, and some people even call it the dog fish, but there's another word for it, and I just can't think of the word. And one of my bracelets, this is the one. No, this isn't the one. Has a depiction of it in Haida carving. So anyway, if I come up with that, so it circles around and protects us, um, and it has always protected the Haida Gwaii and its peoples, and it only protects people with good intention, integrity, and authenticity, which is interesting because I'm feeling like Three Eye Atlas sort of had that same flavor to me. Like I think if you don't mean well for humanity, it's not going to be a good place for you here, and it hasn't been for a while. Like I feel like that energy is getting chased out of here because our frequency's not good for it, and I feel like these mythical creatures, the ones that are protective to humanity, they might have that same kind of energy. Then there's the Gogit. That's one that they talk about here on Haida Gwaii, but I feel like it's in the family of, or could even be a Bigfoot type energy, and comes in and out of the physical realm. So only shows up if you're, first of all, someone who could see something like that or who'd be willing to, and has even been known to pick people up and take them on little runs with it. I had a good friend who had a journey with a Gogit, and talked about it. It was very profound for her. And 100% no, she was describing really what happened to her. And a Gogit, when I first got here, the first year when I was back here, because I've lived here before, now I'm back, it looked in the window in a place I was that was too high to be a human couldn't have looked in that window unless they were on a ladder, and it filled the whole window or most of the window with its head. So it was definitely a Gogit. They're very large and kind of look a bit like what someone might think. They're furry and shaggy looking, and they kind of look like a man face. It looked like, but it had a lot of fur, and that was like a Bigfoot style energy. Anyway, it looked right in, but very curious and childlike. It didn't look menacing to me. It was a little alarming, though, just to turn around and there's this Gogit staring at me, kind of looking at me with a twinkle, almost curious twinkle in its eye. And then it disappeared, like just disappeared. Yeah, so Gogits, they're interesting. We've seen them. So where I'm living now, it's there's a creek not too far away, and in the woods beyond the creek we've seen shadows, various different people who've been hanging out with me. We've seen shadows that look like maybe the form of a Gogit. So yeah, they're around. And Haida Gwaii, if that's a place that this place has a thin veil, so they're kind of everywhere around here, all kinds of creatures.
Hmm. The Haida Gwaii feels like Ireland,
Oh, yeah.
with all the magic stuff that's going
Yeah.
on. Yeah,
Tricky. Yeah.
yeah, really fun. What are you getting, Richard?
Getting so much information. It's so hard for me to zip it.com and not like blurt out. First of all, Janine, sister, you were looking, the name of the dogfish is called a dagon. Dagon.
Okay. Okay.
So that's why I went on my phone because I wanted to
I
find
bet.
the title for you. It's Dagon.
Okay.
Okay, so the Sasquatch, the Bigfoot, I call them the Chewbaccas because they have never, because I've channeled them several times. I've made videos on the elders of the forest. And
Mm.
they keep the memory of Gaia. Okay, so during a great time of warring, what they did is they were protectors of the memory of our beloved mother. So they were not necessarily like big warriors going at war. So they would cross portals, like you say, with the trees and all that. But also the mycelium, the mushroom community, is that the right word? Mycelium. And how they showed me is mycelium would be almost like what's the word I'm looking for, honey? Key lines? No.
Ley lines like traveling with the
Yes.
mycelium. Yeah.
And with the mycelium, they go through portals and travel with the mushroom community.
Mm.
And I've never encountered a Sasquatch that what I haven't, an evil one. They are loving, they are gentle. Do you know, Janine, when I was a child, I was 8 years old and I got spooned in bed by a Sasquatch.
Ooh.
Would you like to
Wow.
hear the story?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm sleeping with my hello world. I'm going to tell you the truth. When I was a kid, I was in love with two women. Farrah Fawcett and Miss Piggy. So at Christmas, I got a Miss Piggy puppet doll. So I'm sleeping at 8 with my puppet. And then I felt my dad come in my bed to spoon me. It felt very fatherly. Well, just because of the size. Like it was like bigger than my mom. But then I felt, why are you turning into a gorilla or a monkey? There's so much hair around you. And although I was sleeping, like I'm 55, and that marked me that experience. So later in life, like I grew up, teenage years and all that, but this has always been like very present, that memory of there because it felt just as real, okay? Like in the simulation. And when I started channeling them, I got that it was actually a female Sasquatch. And then when I started channeling them, I got to know that the Sasquatch really are close to children, light beings, those who have come to assist to ascend our beloved mother, and they will show up to spoon with affection when a child is either like in trouble or sad or confused, or it's a reassurance nature. And they look like Chewbacca.
Mhm. Yeah.
They don't look like the horror movies. I never saw like Jaws teeth on them. Like I love them. So, and I also asked Pendulum, Janine, and I'm gonna ask again. You have your own personal Sasquatch. Do you know that? So what
Oh.
you saw in the window, that's a dedicated to you, a Sasquatch. That is a relative. That is a protector. So that for me, that you can understand what I'm saying here. A lot of
Mm.
people say like, oh, I have a guardian angel or an archangel. Many of us have more than that. And look at how Aurelie is going like freight train. This is a Trump train going on. There's no wind. My hair's not moving. This is my higher self say. So Janine, you got your own personal Sasquatch. And if you want, after this video, I can find his or her name for you.
Wow. I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well, it
love
was
them.
really a sad moment that it showed up. Like my friend
Yeah.
Bonnie had passed, and yeah, I just moved back, and within 2 months she passed away. You know, we won't go into the details because you guys know the story if you've been watching me. Anyway, yeah, I think it was there to comfort. I really do. And also it was just, it had like you said, childlike energy to it because there was that twinkly eye and also a curiosity like a child.
Feels like a feminine. Now I'm tapping into her, and she sounds like a lily or lily something. She's
Mm,
showing me the lily flowers, purple. So
mm,
you got a very big motherly. It's a feminine, yours. It sounds
mm.
like lily.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
You,
friend that passed, her favorite flower was a lily. So that's
oh,
interesting.
okay,
Oh,
so the girl that passed when the Sasquatch showed up. Oh, there you go. You can't make this
that's
shit up. You?
interesting, right?
Uh,
Yeah.
uh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really beautiful. They have souls like humans do, like really young and playful and fun. And a lot of us have suppressed that inner child, that human part of us,
Yes.
and they bring it back out. So it's really beautiful. She was so excited to see you.
I know.
What I'm getting, like, she was like, she's back.
She
She's
saw
here,
me. She saw
yeah.
me.
So that's really fun. I wrote a story with my dad once, and I haven't put it out yet, but it was like the human race in the future. And he wrote the end and he created people that became fuzzy and had all this hair. And I'm like, Dad, I do not want to be hairy. Let's not do that. But he had so much fun with it. He thought it was just the best. So I think that they're beautiful. They don't have to wear clothes. They're doing their own thing and they're really playing most of the time. They have families too, just like everybody else,
Yes. Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. They're loving. They're very family. They're like a perfect patriot. Family, creation, protect. Yeah.
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 Yeah. They're great.
And
So
your
I want
dad's here, by the way, honey, and
to,
he's
I
showing me
know.
he's on a
Yeah.
motorcycle again.
He's really digging his motorcycle. He would never have ridden one of those in actual,
Up there,
like,
he's always on
yeah,
them.
he's
It's
always on them
crazy.
up in the
Yeah,
astral. Yeah.
yeah.
Fun.
He's
Motorcycles and
proud of you.
horses. Yeah. So I want to talk about the unicorn a little bit. And I got
Mm,
this wand from Madeline. She made it
mm.
for me.
It's
Yeah.
And
beautiful.
yeah, she put a little crystal
Oh,
in
it's
his head.
gorgeous.
Yeah. And I love unicorns. I feel like there's a Tom Cruise movie that I would definitely watch if you want.
Legend.
Yeah, Legend. That's what it's called, with the unicorn. And I feel like that was a quite a true story if you think about it. And the devil, which if you go way back, the devil actually was somebody who's obsessed with physical stuff and power. So, I mean, that makes perfect sense. And then churches turned it into something that was not actually what it was and what it began with. I mean, that word didn't mean the same thing until later, but the unicorn is magical. And the culmination of that magic comes through the spiral of the horn. And they come in all the time when we're healing stuff or when we're changing things or creating. They always want to come in and they're really excited. And they're such a small soul group, but so potent. And I just love them. So that's my unicorn story. Yeah.
Do you want me to go in on
Yeah. Yeah.
how
You
I
go. You
resonate?
go. Yeah.
Because the unicorns have been very present in my field for, I want to say, 1 week, especially. And when I say present, that means potent because I can feel a lot. Like I'm always paying attention. I'm surfing like the ether, and the unicorns are very present. So what I get about the unicorns, is that they never left. It's just that us humanity somehow like got blocked, calcified, and we're unable to see them. But their magic was always there. At what frequency level are you like heightened at that you can feel it? Because the unicorn itself, that energy, is innocence. Now, when I say innocence, what they're making me feel is not like I'm an innocent child that knows nothing. No, no, no. It's an innocent that is vibrating very much like their horn, their corn, like a tuning fork to authentic, to purity. And now they're showing me like this is why a lot of the beautiful imagery that you could see like in paintings or probably they're showing me tarot cards. I'm gonna order a set of tarot cards. Janine on the unicorns are showing me. I don't know if it exists, but apparently it does. I'm getting it. But that's why they're often in water, like drinking water, because this unicorn here that's on their pineal gland can purify and cleanse water because it is so pure, the frequency. They're showing me also that they could see right away who lies, who is unpure, and this frequency is it's the inner child, inner child. So people who will start seeing the unicorn again is because they've done that work and they've elevated because they never left. They're repeating, we never left. You just did not see us right now. So those of a pure heart will see us first, is what I just got.
Wow. I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, I love them. And look at their hooves, huh? Like they're so. Oh, they're telling me something else. May I? Yes, Janine, can
Yeah.
I?
Yeah.
Okay. So, because now the unicorn. So now I'm also seeing Pegasus, right? Because I looked at the hoof, how masculine and like the tail, and now I'm seeing Pegasus come in. Now I'm seeing the phoenix, a rising phoenix. So, all right. So, what is this? The unicorn, innocence. Pegasus, freedom, galloping with his wings. Phoenix is rebirth.
Yeah.
We're
They're
in that right
all
now.
related. All
Mhm.
three of them, the Trinity, mind, body, spirit, soul.
Mhm.
Okay, because I'm French, Janine, so sometimes I
Yep.
screw up on my wordage.
So do I screw up on my word. I have no excuse.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's what
Yeah.
I got for the unicorns. Yeah.
Love
It
it.
feels like that Trinity you're talking about.
Mhm.
I wonder if it's like the rebirth of the true essence of humanity in the form of coming back to our and or healing our inner child, because the inner child was the one that got pillaged, all that, I don't know how much I can say here, honey.
You could say all of it.
You
Yeah,
can
because
just
like
say,
think
abused, probably.
abused.
Mm,
Okay, I'll say
mm,
that.
mm, mm.
Okay, because think of what's been going on in the background and that we're fighting against in this information situation we're in. Anyway, like I feel like that rebirthing of bringing us back to our innocence and bringing us back to our authenticity, so we don't have to mask, hide, because we didn't even realize it, but we've all been masking and hiding our true essence because unconsciously we, and some of us consciously, and now we're becoming more conscious of the danger we've been in here in this realm, and how dangerous it actually is to be here. And we're like, so we had to hide our true essence, and it was repressed out of a lot of people too, but the ones that it wasn't repressed out of had to hide it to stay safe here. So yeah, I feel like it's time to rebirth and reclaim that, and maybe that's why those creatures are even coming into this conversation.
Yes, we don't
Yeah.
like the word creature. Let's use
Okay.
yeah, like etheric beings or
Okay.
honey. Like what
Yeah,
works
they
better
like to
for
be called beings more.
beings? Yeah.
But so the dragons popped in when we were
Yes.
talking about that, and they're here to protect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you were talking about the inner child, the dragons are like, we're here to protect now. and you don't need to be hiding anymore. And really, the less we hide, the more we are our authentic self, the faster things will go and shift. So the dragons are saying, we're here to hold you up and to have your back right now.
Mhm.
So they're very excited. And they work with the unicorns and the Pegasus, and there are phoenix beings, actually, and they're here helping as well.
And with the Lyrians as well.
Oh yeah.
The cat people, the
They're
felines.
they're
Yeah.
amazing. They're the rock stars of the universe.
Yes.
They visited me when I was little, and I bet they've been visiting me, but maybe I lost maybe that sight for a while. Um, like a large pink, what looked like a pink panther, standing on two legs, a
Huh?
beautifully carved, like muscular creature,
Mhm.
like but
I
like a
see
cat.
him.
Yeah, it used to come visit me and stand up on this dresser and had its paws up, but standing like on two of its paws, and then it would scare me, and I would wake up with what my parents assumed were nightmares and try to describe this thing to them, and they thought I was just in a night terrors mode, right? But it went on for quite a while, and everybody got real sick of me. 3 a.m. Screaming sessions. But yeah, like when I think about it now and describe it, turns out there's a whole group of creatures. Sorry, I said that word again. Beings and entities that I could have been being visited, and I think maybe they're related to somehow, or some kind of star seed connection to me there.
I have a question for your cards.
Mm.
So, was that Pink Panther Lyran one of your own fractals?
I get a yes.
I know.
And I have something about the Pink Panther after. I hope I don't forget. And
Okay,
it's
that's
funny that you're
interesting.
wearing pink, honey.
So, Wheel of Fortune, so karmic cycles, and certainly maybe a more evolved part of, or
Yeah.
how could you say it? Almost like my, uh, how there's your twin flame? That almost feels twin flame to me, like, so past life connection. So
Mhm.
a part of myself. So yeah, a fractal of myself that maybe didn't incarnate as
Human.
Janine here that you're
Yeah.
seeing, but came to just hang out with me, and certainly didn't mean any harm.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, yeah, I would say yes.
So fun.
I say a yes too.
Yeah.
But also
Yeah.
because I had the vision before doing the cards. But I did take 9 cards. So in regards to the question, is then you, Janine, when you first saw it with the 4 of Cups. So you're looking at something and you're really not sure as it's presenting itself. You started analyzing, reevaluating, what is this before me? And then we got 10 of Cups. So you probably thought that because you said you had night terrors, it was pink, it was muscular, it was strong, but it was because I know you see this one a lot about keeping up a facade, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Mhm.
So in the now moment, yes, we have the high priestess. So this is secrets of the universe that had presented. It was all a strategy. And then he's coming back here, Pink Panther, Heiko Silver with passion. You
Mm.
are the magician, as above, so below, off world energy. And you, this is what's happening. You are back from war, victorious, celebrating, and you're going to get your Pink Panther all over again. Brace yourself. He's coming in
Yay.
rapidly, just like your Sasquatch.
Oh,
Lily! Lily!
nice.
You are so full of elementals, my beautiful. Well, we all are, but it's the first time I'm talking to you. And your aura is like beaming, huh? And you have
Yeah.
orbs that are dancing all around you, huh? Like across the screen, I've seen like
Yeah.
3 so far. Yeah.
Fun.
Love it.
So yeah,
Should
Pink
we tune
Panther.
into anything for humanity before we go?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Lead the way,
so
my sister.
let's ask, what will we see in the spring? How are we going to
I love
feel
it.
in the spring? Because I feel like things are going to be much different.
And then, if you don't mind, I have an end show invocation. Because Janine, that's a bit of my trademark.
Okay.
I always meditate and I come back with an invocation on a subject, and it has light codes. So, if you don't mind, I'd love to share it
Yeah.
with both of you. Yeah.
Go for it, Janine, whenever you're ready.
Okay, so I got three. I just thought, yeah, just feel it out with these three cards here. So certainly these downloads have taken a hold of a lot of people. So she's like our favorite woo goddess, right? So the part inside everyone, male or female, that has that intuitive knowing, it really sharpens up. So I feel like a lot more people will also be in the woo, so coming over and having these understandings, even if they never thought they'd be talking or thinking that way, we're going to see a lot more people sort of understanding in the way that our community has for a really long time, and really connecting with their intuitive knowing. And then she is better manifestation as well. I've been getting this a long time here about our manifestation skills have really heightened. And even this couple that lives on the same property as I do, they live in a little cabin just really, really not too far from me. The fellow was saying, and they're sort of a halfway to this kind of community, and 1 foot in and 1 foot out kind of thing. So they're fairly aware people, and they're sort of evolving in that direction. He was saying, and just never had this conversation with anyone before, he said, but he's finding that he just thinks of something and then there it is. Like he was just saying to his partner, he really needs more work this fall, winter. They're having a baby. He was really hoping for some work. He's a really good drywaller and he does really good work. And all of a sudden, somebody phoned him within minutes of speaking it out. And then now he's got like about 3 months worth of work. He was like blown away. I'm like, stuff like that happens a lot, actually. And I think all of us are going to experience it if we're open to it, right? Now, this card here, looking at the world anew and starting to make plans. So a lot of people are going to be looking at, so we can't sort of live the life we used to be living. Like when everything's been a lie, it's really hard to go back into that system and make it work. You know what I mean? We can't go back to some of those old jobs, like government jobs with big corporations we know are, deep state, like so many things we have to be careful not to be involved in. Okay. I feel like a lot of people will be looking at new ways to create that abundance and continue to call that abundance, and just going on new paths and dabbling in lots of new ideas about how they're going to spend their time and how they're going to create their lives going forward. So that those three look actually really positive. If I feel like some people won't be in such a good place if they're still fearful and everything, but I'm talking to this audience and I feel like we're in a good position to be just really heightened. Everything we already stand for, I think it's going to heighten.
Me too. I
I
really do too.
agree. That was
Yeah,
beautiful, Janine.
really
Look at
beautiful.
you, you rock star, you. And
Stop it.
I love your hair like in that bun, so it's so fun. And I love that you have dingling earrings like me. Yes, and big
Yeah,
rings.
we definitely like the rings, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So this is
I
what
think
I
honey
got.
likes
So I,
rings too, don't you, honey?
Yeah.
Yeah,
yes, you're
honey likes
starting
big
to.
yeah.
Uh,
Okay,
Love
what
it.
else did we get, guys? Did you guys get some good
Well,
cards?
yes, of course I did. So I followed by example, Janine. So I said three cards. So, in regards to what's going to go, because that was your question, honey baby, is like, what is it going to look like walking into the spring, right? So, I got the two of pineapples right here. So, this is in a time where everyone is juggling left, right, yay, nay, up, down. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm looping, looping, looping. Could be looping about everything about abundance. Abundance doesn't necessarily have to be finances, but feeling abundant. It's all abundance. But then at the heartbeat, ba bam, ba bam, I get a restored Garden of Eden. Yes, it could be about governments as well as you look into it, Janine. But I'm looking at it outside of government. So I'm looking at it as a restored Garden of Eden. And then we end with graduation, marriage, the 1111 portal that we just crossed, what, 2 days ago. Whenever, Femi, we have a reef in tarot, it's celebration. That's the biggest reef of the 78 cards of the deck. Marriage, graduation. So we are going from juggling financially, abundantly. We're looping, looping, looping with everything. And then we got a restored Garden of Eden coming back, Gaia, and also looping about governments. And then we're crossing an 1111 portal. So whether you look at it on any template, this is love.
I love it. Yeah. I
Yes.
really feel like there's a lot of change coming over the next like 4 months. So much change. And
February sounds potent for me.
yeah, really big February. And March, I feel like people are going to be like, wow, what a change we've just gone through, you know? So I'm really excited for everyone and just keep taking care of ourselves right now, like, and not get too far off, and bummed out about anything, even if your body's having a hard time or if you're having an emotional thing that's going on. We are getting through it and it's coming up so that you don't carry it into the new. So I think that's really important. Do you want to read your incantation?
You really, really want to hear it?
Yeah.
Let's hear
Of
it.
course I do. I love giving you my Femi, the incantations, because I do put a lot of frequency and light codes into it. And my voice is always to bring hope, love, light, encouragement. The end. So, eyeballs. All right. Here we go. This invocation is, and we will put it also, Femi, into the description box, honey, so you can download it if you would. It is called The New Way We Learn. We don't study mystery anymore. We remember it. I never read a tarot book, never took a course. I simply tuned into Janine's frequency and the codes of the cards woke up inside of me. Through honey, I learned to listen to my higher self, to trust that quiet knowing that rises when the heart is still. And with Isabella, the crystal ball opens, and light began to speak in reflections and breath. That is my gift. When I stop, focus, and truly tune in, remembrance unfolds. Tarot, higher self, crystal ball, all through resonance, not study. So maybe this is our lesson today. You don't need permission. You only need presence. When something lights you up and your whole being says, yes, 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 that's your initiation. This is the new way we learn through remembrance, through resonance. That is the new frequency, babies. Wink. Did you like it?
Very much love it, Richard.
Don't forget the word wink at the end.
Wink. I added that.
Beautiful. This has been so fun, such a blast, and I hope everybody enjoyed it. And we're really excited to just keep going with the pulse. And I feel like we're really doing good, like as humanity is going. We're really doing a beautiful job right now. So don't get down on yourself. Yeah.
Be
Do you guys have
good and be
anything?
kind to yourselves,
Yeah.
guys.
Yep. Yep. I agree entirely.
This was
Okay.
so much fun. I can't
So much
believe,
fun.
like, with Honey and Janine finally, like, yay! I feel like backstage at a rock show. I'm so happy. Oh, thank
So,
you.
yeah,
Thank you. Yeah.
thank you. Thank both
Yep.
of you guys. It was great. And I hope the audience absorbed that and feels that happiness and joy because that's what's coming. And keep doing it for yourself.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Love you guys.
Love you guys. Sending
Bye.
ravens.